All right. Determine which of the two acute angles have the same trigonometric ratio. So remember, when we're doing this, it's always going to be the acute angles. So it's either A or C. It says it's 4/5. So basically what we want to do is, let's just look at A. So the cosine of A, remember, cosine is opposite over hypotenuse. Sorry. Let's think in sine. Adjacent over hypotenuse. So from A, the adjacent side, the one right here next to it, is 6. Over the hypotenuse, which does not change, is 10. Well, that's 3/5. So it's not that one, unless I made a mistake. Cosine of C, well, again, the adjacent angle is right here. Adjacent side, over 10, 4/5. There's our winner. All right? The sine is 5/11. Well, you can kind of see that already. Here's your 5 and here's your 11. So you can kind of just go, well, sine, remember, is what I said before, opposite over hypotenuse. So you can kind of just say, what's opposite of 5? A. So sine of A is 5/11, and that's our winner. Now, just for the heck of it, sine of C, opposite of C, would have been the 4√6/11. So, all right, let D be an acute angle. Use the calculator to approximate the measure, sorry, just choking a little bit, the measure of angle D. So it says we know the sine is 0.75. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our calculator, and we're trying to find the angle, which means we're going backwards. So when we do that, we're going to do the inverse sine. So we're going to hit second, this blue button up here, and then sine to get inverse sine. And we just type in 0.75, and that gives us 48.59. So 48.6 degrees. If you rounded it to 49 degrees, I would accept that also. So again, on this one, we already know what it is. So we're going to work backwards. On cosines, we're going to hit second cosine, 0.33. And that's 70.7 degrees. And again, if you did 71 degrees, I would accept that. Oh, never mind. It always helps to read directions, doesn't it? So it is just that. Now, there are times where we'll tell you just round, but to the whole value, but this time it says to the 10th. Sorry about that. And then tangent, again, same idea. We know what it is. So we're going to hit second tangent and type in that 0.28. And we get 15.64, which rounds down to 15.6 degrees. All right, solve the right triangle. Round decimals to the nearest tenth. Now, solve means find this, find everything that's missing. That, and that. Well, the third side is easy. We just do 9 squared plus 12 squared equals c squared. So this is 225 equals c squared. C is 15. All right, so C is 15. Okay, and that's a 9, 12, 15. That's a Pythagorean triple. It's a 3, 4, 5 multiplied by 3. Now, we're just going to find A and B. So you can do anything you want. We have all three numbers, so you can do sine, cosine, tangent, doesn't really matter. So you just need to find one of them. I'm just going to do sine of A. Sine of A, again, sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So that's 12 over 15. Okay, so we're going to find the angle. So we're going to do second sine. And you don't have to do a decimal. You can just type in 12 divided by 15. And we get 53 degrees. And we're going to round in the nearest whole here for the, I know it says 10th here, but for simple math, we're going to say angle A is 53. And then all we have to do for angle B is just do 90 minus 53, because we've already used 90 degrees here. So this is going to be the complement, 90 minus 53. Angle B is 37 degrees. All right. Same thing here, except this time we're missing our B. So we're going to do 3 squared plus B squared, or C squared, doesn't really matter, equals 9 squared. So B squared is going to be 81 minus 9, which is 72. We're going to square root that. Okay. Find the perfect square that goes inside of it. That's 36 times 2. So this is going to be 6 radical 2. All right. So instead of dealing with the radical, I'm just going to deal with this 3 here and solve for x and do cosine. You can mix it up. It doesn't matter. Cosine of x is going to be 3 over 9, adjacent over hypotenuse. And then I'm just going to take my calculator and do second cosine, 3 divided by 9, which is 1/3, or 0.3 repeating. And that's 70.5. Again, we're just going to round up. We're just going to say approximately x is 71 degrees. And then 90 minus 7, angle Z is, sorry, not 29, but 19 degrees. If we would have done 70.5, then we would do 19.5. Okay. Number 17. We only know one side and one angle. Okay. But we kind of know this angle because it's 90 minus 40. Because we use 90 here, that means this is 50. And now we're just going to work backwards. So I'm going to just do, I'm going to try to find this angle, right, this side right here. Okay. I'm going to use sine. Sine of m, sorry, I know what m is. Sine of 40 is x over 8. We simply multiply both sides by 8. Type in 8 times sine of 40 in the calculator. And we get x equals 5.14. And again, use some common sense. That makes sense because it's less than 8. If we got a number bigger than 8, we know we made a mistake. And then now I'm just going to do cosine of 40. I could have used the 50. It doesn't really matter. Cosine of 40 is y over 8. And I'm just doing this one because it's easier math. You just multiply both sides by 8. And I get y is 6.1, which again makes sense for 2 reasons. It's less than 8, but it's opposite the 50, which is bigger than the 40. So this side should be bigger than 5.14. Okay, I'm going to draw a picture. It says, in order to unload clay easily, the body of a dump truck must be elevated to at least 45 degrees. The body of the truck is 14 feet long and raised 8 feet. So this is my 14. This is the ramp. That's 8. We're trying to find that angle. So from this angle, this is the opposite, and this is the hypotenuse. So we're going to do sine. Sine of x equals 8 over 14. So we just use our calculator again, second sine, and just type in 8 divided by 14. Don't need to convert it. 34.8. 35 degrees. It needs to be at least 45, so the answer is no. It is 8 feet, being raised 8 feet is not enough. All right, you're standing on a footbridge. You're up here. That is 12 feet above the lake. There's our 12. You look down and see a duck in the water. It's 7 feet away from the bridge. We're trying to find that angle right there. Okay? What is the angle of elevation? Let's go over this again real quickly. You're here. Okay? The angle of elevation is the same as that right there. Okay, so we have 7, we have 12. This is our x. So, from x, this is our opposite, and this is our adjacent. That's tangent. Tangent of x is 12 over 7. Again, calculator. Second tangent, 12 divided by 7. 59.7. So x is about 60 degrees. All right. Solve the triangle. We have 2 different triangles here. We have this 41 with 9 feet here. We know this is 90, this is 90, this is 21. So since we know that's 41, then we can find the missing angle by doing 90 minus 41, which is 49. So this angle right here, I'm not going to try to squeeze it in, it's 49 degrees. And again, this is 90. So 49 degrees right here, 41 and 49. So we can use what we know to find this missing side right here. So I'm going to say the tangent of 41, this angle, is opposite over adjacent. And therefore, I just have to multiply by 9. And I just type in 9 times tangent of 41, and I find out that it has 7.8. So this is 7.8, which makes this 7.8. I can also find the other side, the hypotenuse, by saying cosine of 41 is adjacent over my hypotenuse. Let's call it y this time. Now remember, this one is when I switch these. So y is equal to 9 divided by the cosine of 41. I just type that into my calculator. Let's review how to do that. 9 divided by cosine 41, not 14, 41. And we get 11.9. So we know this is 11.9 right here. Well, on this one, we can find this angle pretty easily, because from this angle we have the opposite and we have the hypotenuse. So sine of A is 7.8 over 21. So again, we do inverse sine, second sine, and type that in, and we'll get A is 22 degrees. Well, now we can just do 90 minus 22 and get 68 degrees right here. And we have 2 choices. We could do a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Or I could use sine, cosine, tangent. And I could say cosine of 22 degrees is my unknown over 21. Okay, this is my adjacent side. So again, you have many choices here. Multiply both sides by 21, and z is 19.5. So it's just a step-by-step. Again, you could have done a squared plus 7.8 squared equals 21 squared. Same thing. Doesn't really matter. There's multiple choices here.